There is no doubt that Cardiff Airport in Rhoose is struggling as a business. Politicians and local councillors have been aware of this for years and want to do something to help the airport. Right now there is considerable discussion of Cardiff Airport in the press and the Assembly following the First Minister's recent comments about its management. Is there a real demand for a direct rail link? Well, there certainly are productive things that Assembly members could do to help the airport thrive, but building a better rail link than the current one from Rhoose Station is not at the top of the list. Steve Hodgetts, the commercial director of the airport, was asked this very same question by an Assembly committee as recently as 8th of March 2012.
Reason people will use an airport is to get the flights they want. So if we can get the network rebooted and recreated, then we will see people coming back to us.
In terms of improving connectivity to the airport, are you saying that the priority is one line in and out of the airport, or a wider improvement of connectivity across the South Wales area that you're looking to serve?
We don't see that as our highest priority. We need to ensure that the route network is robust. As we've said, Bristol is a great example of route network supplanting access problems.
Mr Hodgetts also gave evidence to the Scrutiny Committee here in the Vale of Glamorgan, and one of his slides called What Inhibits Airlines specifically says it's not access and it's not infrastructure. In fact, in a recent customer survey done by the airport themselves, only 3% of potential users of the airport said poor access was the reason why they didn't use the airport more. This clearly suggests that there is next to no demand for a direct rail link to the airport, to say nothing of the millions of pounds the work on building and then subsidising the railway would cost. The most popular factors which would help the airport to attract more passengers were a greater choice of destinations and a greater choice of flights. Over half of those surveyed chose one or other of these two factors, saying that these were the most important ways to get them to use the airport more. In other words, the airport itself is desperate to attract customers through adding new routes. It makes sense when you think about it. Most of the customers and the airport couldn't give two hoots about a direct rail line. Sure, it would make journeys a bit more convenient for some, but a direct rail link is useless if there isn't a flight going to where you want to fly and at a reasonable price. As the airport stated in its evidence to this month's Assembly inquiry, without the right routes, people will just go to the nearest competitor, which is Bristol Airport, or if they are flying long haul, they may well go to Heathrow or Gatwick. In terms of rail connections, at the moment trains run from Cardiff to Rhoose, Cardiff Airport, every hour, and similarly trains from Bridgend are also hourly. The trains are cleverly scheduled to arrive at Rhoose Station at the same time, so the shuttle bus can meet both trains. About 50,000 people a year are already happy to use this service and travel to the airport this way. If there were even more trains to Rhoose Station, then even more people would find travelling by rail to the airport acceptable. With more frequent trains, then even more people would use the Rhoose shuttle bus option if they wanted to go to the airport by train. And they could do so from the Swansea and Bridgend direction, from the west, or from Cardiff. Airport Spur trains will only come from the Cardiff direction.